There were some mixed signals in the third quarter. On the one hand, the equity markets, the S&P 500 made a new all-time high, I think in July.
These gains soon evaporated. Over the next 2 weeks, the S&P 500 fell over 6%. This was due to investor fears that were reignited due to a simmering US-China trade war. The VIX, a measure of volatility, reached highs not seen since last December. Year to date, there have been 22 days where we've seen a move in the 10-year Treasury yield of more than 10 basis points. This comes after 2017 and 2018, where we've only seen 8 such moves a year in the past 2 years.
There was a huge plunge in yields, and the inversion of one of the key rates that people look at, the 2-year yield versus the 10-year yield. Now, that's often been used as a signal of an impending recession. On the other hand, consumer confidence is near an all-time high and has been so for months. And I think that the mixed signals that we're seeing are causing investors to really scratch their heads and wonder, are the bad parts that we're seeing going to eventually win the tug of war and pull the whole economy into a recession despite the strength of the consumer market?
Climate risk continues to be a focus for Saturna within our investment analysis. And one component of climate risk is carbon risk. We have to consider as investors regulatory risks, consumer preferences shifting to lower carbon alternatives, as well as all of the financial firms that could support or lend to these institutions. We could see a situation in which a company could face economically inviable or stranded assets. We do believe that this type of analysis will be essential into creating long-term value for our clients.
Performance data quoted herein represents past performance and is no guarantee of future results. Investment return and principal value of an investment will fluctuate so that an investor's shares, when redeemed, may be worth more or less than their original cost. Current performance may be significantly higher or lower than data quoted herein. Performance current to the most recent month end can be obtained by visiting www.saturnaSustainable.com or by calling toll-free 1-800-728-8762. Please consider an investment's objectives, risks, charges, and expenses carefully before investing. To obtain this and other important information, which you should carefully consider before investing, about the Saturna Sustainable Funds in a free prospectus or summary prospectus, please visit www.saturnasustainable.com or call 1-800-728-8762.